Hi YouTube, I'm Emmy and today we'll be watching Shocking Body Cam, Mom Arrested After 40 Years Hiding Daughter, the Michelle Newton case. This one's by Grizzly True Crime. It looks like she did this one live, so we'll be watching the videos and reacting to, I think her live podcast. So here we go.
It's Grizzly True Crime, and today's case takes us to Florida and Kentucky.
Florida and
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
I mean, imagine if the police show up at your door 42 years later. You're 46 years old, imagine, and they say, hey, by the way, you're not who you think you are, and you're actually a missing person.
Whoa.
What? How long have I been missing for? 42 years. Wow.
Basically your entire life.
Like, oh my goodness. I'm just glad as well that it's a case with it's a happy ending, right? I mean, the truth has come out and all of that. So interesting. I look forward to learning the details with you as we go on. Today, I'm going to share everything that we know so far. I'm hoping to at some point get hold of the police interview if there was one. Lawyered up immediately or what. But I do want to show you this, where it all started for me. A bunch of you sent me this and I'm like, huh, the heck is going on here?
Yeah, I saw this footage too and I was like, what is happening?
How you doing, Miss Sharon?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
Uh-oh, they're coming for you, Sharon! Hey. They want Reggie. What's up?
Well, we're here for you, ma'am.
The officer's like, I'm not kidding. We are here for you.
Whoa, why?
We're waiting on the detective to get here, but we have, with all the information that we do have, you have a warrant for your arrest.
Bitch, you're going to jail.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay.
Believe it or not, straight to jail.
Thank you.
Her friend is like, okay, bye.
That friend thought this was all a prank, like a joke. Like, they're coming for you, Sharon. Now, what I want to say is this woman's real name is not Sharon. It's Deborah Newton, and she was hiding her daughter for 42 years.
Wow.
And so all these people that know her and love her know her as Sharon Neely, including her new husband.
Ooh, wow.
Police officer. He's like, what? Your name is not Sharon Neely? Her friends.
I hope her husband's never assigned to my case.
Yeah. Okay, so keep going here.
I don't understand.
Yes, ma'am. So,
Sharon, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you in handcuffs, okay?
Can I take my dog in and get my husband?
We'll give the dog.
I'll go ahead and get your husband, and we'll get your dog taken care of.
You want me to hold the leash for now? I don't want
Nah.
I don't think she's gonna get away from it. Well, you don't have to do that. I'm not gonna.
I gotta still put you in handcuffs,
Here,
ma'am.
let me have this. I promise I will not hurt your dog under any circumstances.
We'll do it in the front,
here with
okay?
your dog. If you're gonna go in the front, we should do this.
63, you can go to the station.
I didn't do anything.
Sure.
Did. Right, so this was, you could see the date on top there, the 24th of November of 2025. Today's date is the 20th of December of 2025. And a lot has happened
Well, not today.
in years as they searched for this woman.
Not to get your watch where it's gonna pinch you or anything.
Remember that. Don't let him go because I don't have it.
I'm sure once the case is final, we'll start seeing documentaries on all of this. 42-year-old kidnapping is crazy.
For her arrest. Well, I'm waiting on the detective who can come explain to you just everything in just 1 second, okay? Here, just give me that real quick.
On case on 371, I'm guessing that's if you can get over yet, sir.
What's going on, Sharon?
I don't know.
What's going on, Sharon?
I'll have the detective come talk to you in just 1 second, okay? I gotta make a phone call. Okay? We're not in any kind of rush. Just give us 1 minute. I understand you're in the middle of your driveway. If you
He is so confused.
That's fine too. Yeah, in the shade. Just give me
She's
1
shocked.
minute.
Mike, that's some.
New husband there.
10-12 detained.
Go and take a seat for me.
That's crazy. He's about to find out his whole life is a lie.
That's all right. You didn't do that. That's just.
And that's the end of that clip. Whoa. So let's get into what on earth is going on here, because I needed to know more, and I'm thinking you might, if you didn't see that, you might want to know more too, right? Tell me.
That's why I'm here.
I want to know everything about what's going on here. Okay. Michelle Marie Newton was born on October 5th of 1979 in Louisville, Kentucky, to Joseph and Deborah Newton. And she was born as Michelle Newton. Her nickname was Shelley. Her father last saw her on April 2nd, 1983, when she was 3 years old. She's 46 years old today and has just learned that she was abducted by her mother and has reunited with her father. Now, I was like really confused. What do you mean abducted by her
wonder
mother? What does it mean? Was the mother and father married?
What she thought happened to her dad.
And they say abducted by her non-custodial mother, and that's a whole, we don't know why. We don't know why the father had full custody of her and not the mother and all of that. But okay, we're going to get into some of that. In April of 1983, Deborah, the woman you just saw, that's Sharon Neely, Deborah, right? Okay, so this is a picture of her from back then. So in April of 1983, Deborah told her husband Joseph that she wanted to relocate to Georgia to begin a new job and prepare a new home for the family. Now, apparently he was applying for jobs in Georgia, and so she made up this reason that she's gonna start preparing for when he arrives. But it turns out he never arrived in Georgia either. It seems like he just stayed in Kentucky. So there's a lot of questions that I'm sure we all will still have even after everything we know so far. But anyway, Deborah did not have custody of Michelle. It was actually Joseph that had full custody of their child for unknown reasons. When he got home, she'd already left with Michelle, with their 3-year-old daughter. So the wife is basically saying, I don't know, on the phone or whatever, just say, hey, I'm thinking of moving to Georgia and setting up home in the meantime and a job and everything, okay? And that was like a talk. It wasn't like, I'm leaving tomorrow. But when he got home from work, gone. Wife gone, 3-year-old daughter gone, and he had full custody of the daughter.
That must have been terrifying.
Missing persons report. This missing persons case has been ongoing for 42 years. It became a cold case, right? However, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children has been sharing regularly updates. Missing persons in America, sharing, right? The case has always been around. It really lost a lot of traction. So, police thought it was
42 years.
in Clayton County, Georgia, but leads ran dry and the case went cold. Unbelievable. And wait till you hear how'd they find them, right? So Joseph was supposed to go with them to Georgia, but Deborah Newton left early with their daughter, he told WLKY in 1986. The last time he spoke to his wife was sometime between 1984 and 1985. He told the outlet he never heard from her again. That's also weird. Like, okay, so Deborah kind of went on the run with their 3-year-old, but yet she would call in every now and then. She would maintain contact every now and then. Isn't that a little bit confusing, right?
It is a little weird.
Okay, but he was probably playing it cool, like, what are you doing? Where are you guys, right? And she's just checking in with him here and there, right? So Sharon said if she's married to the daughter's father, then the second marriage would be bigamous. I was also wondering about how did she get divorced and all of, there's so many questions, right? Because she got remarried in Florida.
Right, you can have two marriages.
In 1983, I looked into this a bit because I'm really confused. If they were married and they have this 3-year-old, why did the father have full custody? How could she not have custody? Okay, so in 1983, my research shows that it was common in many U.S. jurisdictions, including Kentucky, for one parent to hold primary legal custody in situations involving marital disputes, separation, or informal agreements, even if the couple was still legally married. While no sources confirm a formal divorce or court-ordered custody decree between Deborah and Joseph prior to the abduction, the legal classification of Joseph as the custodial parent suggests either that there was a mutual implied agreement within the marriage that Joseph held primary responsibility for Michelle's care, possibly due to Deborah's planned role in relocation, like setting up the new home, or a pre-existing legal determination, possibly informal or undocumented in public records, granting Joseph custody perhaps amid tensions or disputes not detailed in reports. So we don't know. I'm hoping at some point we'll know, because I want to know.
I'm thinking he was the primary breadwinner, so
look, they were like missing persons.
he was just financially
flyers,
responsible for
regularly
her.
as well. The picture on the right was an age progression photo that the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children made. Top right is a photo of when Michelle was still very young with her father in the background. She was abducted by her non-custodial mother, Deborah Lee Curry Newton, who may have taken her to the Clayton County, Georgia area. A 1983 photo of Deborah is posted on the right with an age progressed photo of Michelle to age 42. Deborah's date of birth is November 10th of 1959, making her 23 years old at the time of Michelle's disappearance. She's described as Caucasian, 5'2" tall, 130 pounds, with sandy brown hair and blue eyes. She may use the last name Hartman. Okay, so people even thought maybe she's using that last name, a different one. A warrant was issued for Deborah's arrest.
She has already got married or remarried.
Was mistakenly cancelled. Oh my. Okay, Michelle remains a missing child. However, there's been no indication of her whereabouts since 1983. Michelle's nickname is Shelley. Michelle was 3 years old at the time of her disappearance. And the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office has been, the lead agency in this case this whole time, right? Thank you so much, Grumpy Bunny, for being a member for 36 months. So,
nice.
Wow. It's just like cases like this are so shocking, and really if you see something, say something. That's what this comes down to, So sometime between 1984 and 1985, a final phone call occurred between Deborah and Joseph Newton, according to the sheriff's office. Then both mother and daughter vanished. A custodial interference indictment warrant soon followed. So Deborah was indicted for custodial interference and was wanted on an FBI unlawful flight to avoid prosecution list. At one point, Deborah was on the FBI's top 8 most wanted parental kidnapping fugitives. That's hectic. The FBI couldn't find her either? Damn, she hid really
Doesn't
well.
look like it.
Now, I know technology caught up. It's not like there were cameras everywhere then, or, it wasn't quite the
I wonder when
same
she got
then.
remarried.
But people found her eventually. Just took 42 years. Wow. So in 2000, Michelle's case was dismissed when the Commonwealth of Kentucky could not reach her father. Apparently, that's where they say it was mistakenly cancelled at some point. In 2005, Michelle was removed from the National Missing Child database.
Yeah, because she would have been an
in
adult.
2015, a family member prompted detectives to re-examine the case, so it was reopened and re-indicted in 2016.
Oh.
Thank goodness that family member also kept on, saying, no, we need to keep looking for her. We can't just give up. So the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children actually posted on October 6th of 2024. Today, NCMEC is sadly highlighting Michelle Newton's 45th birthday. On April 2nd of 1983, Michelle vanished from Louisville, Kentucky when she was just 3 years old. Michelle's whereabouts remain unknown to this day, and we have not given up hope. Forensic artist NCMEC created this age-progressed image showing what Michelle may look like today. So I put a photo of her. Right, there's the one of the child, and then the one where they said today. On the right is how she looks now.
Wow, she looks really good.
It's pretty close, right?
Not really.
These age progression photos could help, and I think it may have helped, because I don't know who the tipster was. We don't know that. But somebody saw Deborah as Sharon Neely and was like, I think I've seen this woman that you're looking for, and called it in. So, yeah, they have been posting regularly and making these age progression photos, and I do think it helps. What do you think? Do you think it helps? So, she was arrested in the village of Ocala, Florida, on November 24th of 2025, and is 66 years old now. She was living under a new name with a new husband at the time of her arrest, Sharon Neely. So you saw that body cam. If you missed the beginning of the stream, don't worry, you could see it. We'll probably look at it again, because then after you know all this, we'll watch it just one more time, okay? So she was charged with custodial interference. There's no statute of limitations, which is why the case can be prosecuted decades after the alleged offense. She was extradited to Kentucky, arraigned on December 9th of 2025, and entered a not guilty plea. And then she was released on bond. So they said a relative posted bond. They also said this relative drove to Kentucky to...
Well, I don't think they've seen her that long either.
And also when she was arraigned, her daughter was in the courtroom, as was her ex-husband.
What?
Is she divorced from him now officially? Does she have 2 husbands now? You know what I mean? Joseph Newton was in the courtroom. And her daughter, wow, can you imagine? There's so many people that must be so shocked right now. Like, wait, what happened? So how was she found? A Crime Stoppers tip led police to track down Sharon Neely, Deborah Newton. This is now, Colonel Healy said in a statement, people think calling in tips is snitching. It isn't. You're helping victims. You're helping families. This case proves that one phone call can change a life. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. See something, say something. And who knows,
Snitches
along the way,
get
people have
stitches,
seen
chat.
Deborah Newton
I'm just kidding.
and Michelle and been like,
If you see something, you should say
I
something.
wonder, maybe I should call that in. Nah, not gonna.
Especially a missing
You win,
persons
boy,
case.
you
That's
just never know.
crazy.
This changed everything. And it's never too late, right? Let's see. Foley's Farmstead said, I wonder if Deborah's family knew where they were. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, like, where's her family, right?
And then they're
Where's
just
her family?
okay with
Or was
the
she, like,
kidnapping
estranged
of
from
the
everyone?
daughter?
I don't know. It's interesting, right?
That's crazy.
The tipster allegedly recognized Deborah as a woman who was living in the villages in Florida. Deborah had remarried, was using that name Sharon Neely, as we said. And Michelle, who was raised under another name, had no idea that she had been missing because she was only 3
Yeah.
when her non-custodial mother, but biological mother, abducted her. Now, they say when Crime Stoppers tip identified the woman as a possible match, a U.S. Marshals Task Force detective compared a recent photo to a 1983 image of Deborah, and a Jefferson County detective confirmed the resemblance, the release said. Authorities collected DNA from Deborah's sister. So there you go, Deborah's sister. So did Deborah's sister, did they just think she just went missing? Is that what it was? Did everyone think they just went missing or what?
I mean, it's 40-something
Okay, so they
years,
found- they
right?
tracked
They probably thought murder-suicide. And, like, they just never found the bodies. Because also Kentucky, what's in Kentucky? Nothing, right? I don't know. Sorry if you're in Kentucky and Kentucky's awesome. I don't know. I've never been. But 40-something years, you just don't think you're going to find that person anymore.
On her sister, they got her DNA, and it showed a 99.9% match to the woman in Florida.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that is interesting. She must be so shocked as well that they found her all this time. She must have thought she's in the clear. When police arrived at her door, Michelle said they told her, "You're not who you think you are. You're a missing person. You're Michelle Marie Newton." Imagine that shock. I've got a clip for you to show you. This is
Oh,
her
it's
now.
recorded.
Okay, ready? So we'll go back to our presentation right after this. Here
I like that she has a
Here she
PowerPoint
is.
presentation. So
This is
prepared.
Michelle today. Did you see the video of your mom's arrest?
That was heartbreaking. That's
Yeah,
my
I
mom.
bet.
If
That's
anybody wants to
yeah.
see their mom put in handcuffs, and I prefer not to have to watch it again.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, that is her mom. It's her biological mom. So it's not like she was kidnapped by, like, a random crazy lady on the street. I mean, she could be crazy. I don't know. But that is her mom. She raised her. We don't know what the mom said about her dad or if she ever mentioned anything about him. So it's like, yeah, I'm sure she doesn't want to see her mom go to jail.
The search for little Michelle was a big news story back then. Flyers were mailed to 53 million homes, and the FBI listed her mother at number 8 on the agency's parental abductions most
number
wanted
8.
list. As
was
recently
number
as
1?
last year, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children created this age progression poster of how Michelle might look as an adult.
I guess she
For all
does
these
look
years, Michelle's
like
family
that.
in Louisville, Kentucky never gave up hope that they would find Michelle. Every Christmas, they would put gifts under the tree for her.
Oh.
It was a tip to Crime Stoppers that finally led cops to the accused runaway mom after more than 40 years. Deborah
42 years later. You know what really sucks? Is there was no reward. There's no reward for this. So the tipster is not getting a reward for calling in that tip. This is one of those cases where you really wish there was, right? Shame. I'm so proud of that person. I wonder if they're watching. If they're watching, know the Grizzlies are very proud of you. See something, say something. Marie said, I like happy endings. Great Christmas story, right? Here and there we need some of these, am I right? Because sometimes things get very, very heavy. Thank you so much for your sticker.
Newton's arrest took place in the Villages, the famous Florida retirement community outside Orlando.
I don't know what they're doing.
She has remarried. Her husband, Reggie, is a retired cop and is said to be stunned to learn that his wife is an alleged FBI fugitive. Her arrest led to an emotional reunion between Michelle and Joseph Newton, the father she had not seen since she was 3.
Over the last few weeks, it just feels like everything has been flipped upside down.
You have since discovered that your dad is out there. You have
Yes.
siblings. You met them.
My dad and I have step siblings, which, I've tons of cousins, aunts, and uncles. I have an amazing family.
The suspected runaway mom is charged with felony custodial interference. She was released on $35,000 bail.
$35,000.
Okay.
Holy smokes.
And we have that. All right, now let's go back to our presentation here. I've got more clips to show you, and we'll rewatch that body cam as well. So when police arrived at her door, they're like, hi, you're a missing person. You're not who you think you are. You're Michelle Marie Newton. Michelle realized her true identity and family history and decided to contact the sheriff's office. She says she did not realize that she was a victim and had been living under a different name and in a different state. The sheriff's office then helped Michelle reunite with her dad, Joseph. I think that's amazing as well, that the sheriff's office stepped up and helped her find her dad and reunite with him, right? Deborah will next be in court on January 23rd of 2026.
Oh, wow.
Michelle said, my intention is to support them both through this and to navigate and help them both just wrap it up so that we can all heal. Don't you think
Just
that
wrap
is
it up.
an incredibly mature, amazing response
Oh,
to all
yeah.
of this? Like Michelle's like, okay, well, my mother must have had her reasons. Shame, my poor dad, she's so happy to be reunited with him. And she's like, okay, my intention is to support them both through this.
Yeah.
Okay? Try to navigate and help them both. Just wrap it up so we can all heal. That is just, wow. So the Chief Deputy Colonel Steve Healy also said they keep saying on every article in a news release, I'm going to give you homework. Please find me that news release. And I mean the full one. They just keep quoting. This is what they quote. This is the news release. I've looked everywhere. On the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, Kentucky website, Facebook page, X page, everywhere, every article. Give me the full statement, man. Don't just tease us with said in the news release. Where? Where's your press conference?
Video.
Sorry. I do
Video.
have a little clip though. But they say this is the kind of case you see once in your law enforcement career. Detectives refuse to let the trail go cold. Their work and the courage of a Crime Stoppers tipster brought a daughter home to her family after 4 decades. I just think that's so amazing. I'm just so relieved as well. I mean, still, as we say, there's so many questions. But this cold case, it was a cold case for so long. A missing persons case, closed, solved after 42 years. Why? Because someone called in a tip. Not thinking, oh, it's probably too late, or they probably know, or they probably looked into everything. No, they were like, yeah, I think I spot this Deborah Newton. Yeah, I'm going to call it in.
It's like, let me just.
Pete Meister said, so we don't know why. We don't know why. We don't know why she went on the run, why she left, unless she, I don't know, maybe she just wanted a new life. How do we know? We don't know, and I don't want to assume anything bad because I do know people do that. So I'm going to quickly, before I show you more clips, show you this. Hold on one second. Yeah, this one. This is from Spectrum News, and if I just go here, just hold on one second, I want to zoom in so that you can actually see what the heck is going on here. That was too small. Okay, authorities opened a custodial kidnapping investigation. Deborah was indicted on custodial interference. They said seeing a daughter that hasn't seen her father since she was 3, and a father who hasn't seen his daughter since she was 3. Our detectives just kept working with it, said Steve Healy, JCSO Chief Deputy Colonel. Once among the FBI's 8 most wanted parental kidnapping fugitives, Deborah Newton was able to stay ahead of law enforcement. With no leads, the case stalled. By 2000, the JCSO said charges were dismissed when the Commonwealth was unable to reach Michelle's father. Michelle was removed from the National Missing Child Database in 2005. And despite those setbacks, members of Michelle's extended family continued pushing for answers, which is amazing. I'm so glad they did. Their persistence.
So I guess
led
the
to
family
case
did
being
not know
reopened
where
in
she
2015
was.
and an indictment against Deborah being refiled in 2016. Healy said it wasn't until a Crime Stoppers tip identifying a woman living under an alias that matched Deborah Newton's description that they had the break they needed. That was a vital piece of this case, Healy said. We were able to locate the lady that fled with her child and kept this little girl away from seeing her father. Then, 2 weeks ago, Michelle Newton came home to police at her door with the unimaginable news. They said, "We need to do a DNA test. You are not who you think you are." And she said, "That's going to stick for the rest of my life." Michelle traveled to Kentucky, where she was reunited
What if
with
the
her father
DNA
and
results were
extended family
negative
who had been
and she is
searching
exactly
for
who she
decades
thinks
to
she
find her.
is?
She said it was tough to watch and hear some of what they've gone
That's not
through
what
over
happened,
the past
but-
few years, she said. The ups and downs and thinking they found me and then realizing they didn't. All the stuff that was missed over time. Books and briefcases and boxes of the letters, the photos, the money and time that was spent. They just never gave up. I realized not all these stories have a good ending, so I'm just truly grateful that ours does. Given what she knows now, she said it's difficult to navigate through this situation. She said, "I did normal things that kids do, roller skating, dance recitals. There was nothing I was ever really lacking.
Yeah, her mom
fiercely
gave her a
protective
normal
of
life.
both sides of the coin." She says, this is the daughter now, okay? Welcome, Joe Dryer. "In defense of both of them, my dad was never abusive. He didn't do this. My mom was never a drug addict or this horrible person. She did what she thought was right. There's a third part of that equation that just isn't my story to tell." Because custodial interference crimes in Kentucky have no statute of limitations, the JCSO reinstated charges against Deborah Newton. She voluntarily appeared in court after her family posted bond in Kentucky, and she's expected back in court for her next hearing in late January. So you see, my point is the daughter herself is clearing the horrible social media rumors up. You know what I mean? Because people jump to conclusions. And I think that would be really unfair to say things like that about strangers, about the dad, like, "Oh yeah, he was probably abusive," or whatever it is. Like, she probably had a reason. We don't know that.
I mean, that's kind of
She
what
may
I
have
thought
been-
too.
She was
Like,
23 years old, right? When she
maybe.
went on the run with her 3-year-old daughter. Maybe she just wanted a new life. Maybe she just, I don't know. We don't know what it is. I'd rather just not fill in the blanks, you know? Okay. So now I want to show you a couple more clips here. Here is one of them as well.
I have known for a long time that something was not right, but I've never really had answers to that story.
That's Michelle, right? Who was last seen when she was 3 by her father.
Kentucky authorities say Michelle was just 3 years old when mom Deborah told her then husband Joe she was taking Michelle to Georgia, where she had gotten a new job and a home for the family. But when Joe went to meet them, the two had vanished.
There's been a lot of stories over the years, and I'm sure that my mom has always had her reasons for maybe not wanting to speak. I think we've all had points in our life where we've even made a choice or made a decision that, especially when you're 21, 22, and you don't feel like you have any resources or anyone to go to help you out of that. I think she really tried to do the best she could.
That's fair.
With the choice that she made.
Over the years,
especially if she didn't have family that was going to help her out with the kid.
Being listed on the FBI's top 8 most wanted parental kidnapping fugitives. Following Deborah's recent arrest, Michelle was able to reunite with her father for Thanksgiving and says she doesn't hold any resentment towards her mother.
I think there's a lot of healing that's got to happen between my mom and I. And she has an opportunity to connect with family that's missed her more than she realizes.
Yeah.
Shame, okay. So here we go as well. We've got this one too. Wait. Yeah. Okay.
Well, when the tip came in, it says they recognized this lady on the social media post as being a person who was wanted out of Kentucky.
That tip was the last piece that ended a cold case from more than 4 decades ago and reunited a father and daughter.
She's always been in our heart.
You'll be in my heart.
I can't explain that.
Sorry, I'll go back. This is the aunt. So this is Michelle.
Okay. I'm like,
This
who's
is her
that?
dad, who
New
last
wifey?
saw her when she was 3 years old, right? And this is her aunt. So, okay, look, I'll go just from here.
Daughter.
She's always been in our heart. I can't explain that moment walking in and get to put my arms back around my daughter.
Joe Newton and his wife Deborah were preparing to move to Georgia in 1983. But when Joe came home, Deborah had taken off with their daughter Michelle. She was just 3 years old. Deborah's arrest included Michelle learning her true identity. She came home from work to find police at her door, telling her news she never expected.
You're not who you think you are. You're a missing person. You're Michelle Marie Newton.
Michelle learned she had a family who never stopped searching for her. They didn't even know if she was alive.
I wouldn't trade that moment for anything. It was
No.
just like I seen her when she was first born. It was like an angel.
And even with her life completely turned around, Michelle isn't showing anger toward her mother. She just wants to heal and move forward.
My intention is to support them both through this and try to navigate and help them both just wrap it up so that we can all heal, and hopefully, there's just apologies and start healing.
Deborah Newton is due back in court in January in
January 23rd, right? I'm going to link all
Straight
these
to
clips for you in
jail.
case you want to watch them yourself as well. Let me just see what I have here. No, we just looked at that one. Okay, there's still this one.
And putting her mother and suspected kidnapper before a judge. Michelle Marie Newton was 3 years old when she was abducted over 40 years ago, and she recently contacted the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office after learning that her true family history while living in another state. Michelle was then reunited with her father Joseph and extended family. Colonel Steve Healy with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office had this to say about the emotional reunion.
I just go back to saying that is why we do this job, and that is the thanks we get in this job, is to see success and victims and families be made whole.
Michelle's mother, Deborah, was identified in Florida after a Crime Stoppers tip and appeared in Jefferson Circuit Court with an attorney for her arraignment. Deborah now faces a custodial interference charge, which is a felony in Kentucky. Custodial.
Okay, we know that. And also, yeah, Lily Wayne said if they got a present for her every year, she's got a lot of openings to do. Someone said, so
That's a lot of presents
Deborah
for
never
sure.
listed as a missing person? No. That's also kind of odd, right? There's a lot of, I'm sure we have a lot
Honestly, yeah. Why wasn't she listed as a missing person?
Not listed as a missing person, but Michelle was. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got one more clip, then we're going to rewatch that body cam, and then we're done. Then that's everything that we know so far, right? Let me just see what this is. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's one neighbor that speaks here. Hold on.
According to investigators, in 1983, Deborah was moving to Georgia with her then husband, Joe. She left ahead of him to start work and prepare the home. But investigators say when Joe arrived, both Deborah and the couple's 3-year-old daughter, Michelle, vanished. And for more than 4 decades, there were no answers.
I can't explain that moment walking in and get to put my arms back around my daughter.
A Crime Stoppers tip led to Deborah's arrest by the Marion County Sheriff's Office and this family reunion with Michelle and her father. But neighbors who knew Deborah as Sharon say she was happily married and always pleasant. They think there could be more to the story here.
Unless you're in their shoes, you'd never know.
We tried to ask Deborah about her family dynamics back in 1983.
Why would you want to give me a card?
Her new husband told us their attorneys advised them not to talk about the case, but that they would fight this in court.
Okay.
And Michelle said she was shocked to learn about her mother's past and that she didn't realize she was a victim until she connected with family in Kentucky and realized all she had missed. But she also said that she wants to look ahead towards this new chapter and she doesn't have any resentment towards either her mother or father.
Wow, which is amazing. I mean, one might think you might be angry or feel betrayed or something, but she's taking a very kind and loving approach. Michelle, the daughter, and she's like, okay, well, let's just figure this out. This is a lot to process. Okay?
Yeah, she's being really graceful towards both her parents.
Definitely more to the story for sure. I was trying to find one comment that flew by where somebody said, well, it's a happy ending, so what? I know, right? I'm just so happy that, a case of a missing person, a missing child, for 42 years. Okay, well, the case is closed. The case is solved now because of a Crime Stopper. Even though I'm sure there's lots of questions, at least there is no...
I mean, the mystery part is kind of resolved.
Or abuse or anything like that. It's going to be like a family case, you know what I mean? And the time that, if convicted, that Deborah faces in prison would be between 1 and 5 years. That's it. Yeah, so she could
So barely any time anyway.
Pleads guilty and what, 1 year? I don't know. So between 1 and 5 years. Now that you know everything that we've just discussed, now let's watch this body cam again. I must say, when her new husband was like, "What's going on, Sharon?" The way that he asked her is almost like, you know, he might be like, "What's going on now?" Maybe he's used to a couple of surprises with her, not like this, you know what I mean? But he's like, "What?" So I don't know if she was, you know,
Maybe he
lying
knew
or not, or I don't know what her story is. I don't know why she left. We don't know why the father had full custody of the child at the time either, in 1983. And maybe she went on the run because she thought, "Oh crap, I'm going to lose my daughter," for whatever reason. We've seen many cases like that. I'm just glad that
maybe
she ran off and started a new life, and that her child got to grow up with what sounds like normality. It's just now she's like, "Wait, what? Like, I have so many cousins, uncles." She's reunited with her dad. That's an amazing story. So she's going to have a really great Christmas, in my opinion, right? Okay. So D says, "Gee, I just got papers for jury duty." It says from January to April. Okay. Jan to April. What does that mean even? Like, wow. Okay. Congratulations.
I didn't know you can be summoned for jury duty that long.
If I cover it, don't watch with us, okay? You're not allowed to. Okay, now are you ready to watch this one more time? Here we go. Shaman, this friend. This friend thought this was hilarious. Like, this is a joke. Like, there's no way. Like, they're coming for you, Sharon. Like, this is going to be the joke of the day. And it's like, oh, crap. They really are going to arrest you. That must have been so shocking, right? Oh, my word.
Hey.
How you doing, Miss Sharon?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
They're coming for you, Sharon. They want Reggie. What's up?
They want Reggie.
Well,
I'm guessing that's a dog.
Definitely here for you.
Whoa, why?
We're waiting on the detective to get here, but we have, with all the information that we do have, you have a warrant for your arrest.
They're teasing you. They have to be.
Ma'am, we're not.
They're chasing you.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I pause it there every time because it's just like, they are teasing you. They have to. He's like, "Ma'am, we're not." And she's like, "Oh, my bad." Like, back it up. I'm so sorry. What, really? For real? This is for real? Like, they really want to arrest her while she's out here walking her dog? Like, what do you mean?
Like, they are so for real.
She started a new life. Everybody loved her. You could see her friends are like, "What?" They think it's like, this is impossible. There's no way you're getting arrested. Wow.
You're okay. Okay, go ahead and go home. Thank you.
I don't understand.
Yes, ma'am. So.
You're Sharon, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go home, Sharon. Oh, wait, no.
Right.
Go to jail, Sharon.
Put you in handcuffs, okay?
Can I take my dog in and get my husband?
We'll get the dog.
Go ahead and get your husband, and we'll get your dog taken care of.
You want me to hold the leash for now? I don't want to. She's, I don't think she's going to get away. Well, you don't have to do that. I'm not going to.
I gotta still put you in handcuffs,
Here,
ma'am.
let me have this. I promise I will not hurt your dog under any circumstances.
We'll do it in the front, okay?
If you're going to do
The neighbor was calling everybody, that's for sure.
anything.
Just a little something 42 years ago, ma'am, when she was 23 years old. So just keep that in mind as well. As you don't know how old the dad is of Michelle, but let's say if they were both like 22, 23.
Yeah, they both were.
One has to consider that as well, rather than just going to, "Oh man, that husband must have been, I don't know, up to something." We don't know that. She may
That's
have just
true.
been, like, young and on the run. Like, I want a new life. I'm breaking up with this guy, even though they were married and had a child. I'm moving on with my life. Who knows? Who knows, right? It's just odd that also she would phone him in 1984 and 1985 a little bit and then just vanished. Wow.
Not to get your watch where it's gonna pinch you or anything.
Remember that. Don't let him go because I don't have it. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, you guys, somebody's got to tell me something. What's going on?
She has a warrant. All the information that we have.
A warrant for what?
For her arrest. Well, I'm waiting on the detective.
A warrant for what?
Everything
For her arrest. No, a warrant? to party.
What's going on, Sharon?
I don't know anything.
I'll have the Mr. Reggie. I'll have the detective come talk to you.
Shame the new husband. What's going on, Sharon? I don't know anything. Are you sure? I do wonder if in the back of her mind she actually knew, oh crap, this must be about, taking my daughter 42 years ago.
I don't think so. After 40
do you think in this moment that she had any
years, she probably was like,
also, I do want to say that for anyone that has suspicions, we've seen a lot of cases in true crime and I can understand your suspicion. So by me being a little bit protective of the situation, I just don't want, I think social media is already doing it. They're already like, oh my word, the dad was this and this, you know what I mean? We don't know that. But I do understand why people would say, well, why would a mother run off with a 3-year-old? Something must have been going on there. I get it. It's not like the thought doesn't cross my mind. I'm just like, don't worry. Social media will do what it does, okay? Go look on Facebook. They're doing it. We don't need to do it, okay? People are going to think what they think. We don't know what happened, though. We don't know why she went on the run. They haven't said anything. We don't know why the dad had full custody of the daughter. And so when there are unknowns, I don't really like to fill in the blanks, because it can be so wrong sometimes.
That is true.
Okay, I gotta make a phone call. Okay? We're not in any kind of rush. Just give us 1 minute. I understand in the middle of your driveway. If you want to just step by the truck, that's fine too. Yeah, in the shade. Just give me 1 minute.
Mike, 967. Units were 1012 detained.
Go ahead and take a seat for me.
The husband was so shocked.
Need a hand? That's all right. You didn't do that. It's just.
And it literally ends in a second there. Yeah, that's it. Tina, that's true. You said never give up hope. Happy-ish endings can happen. Yes, happy-ish endings can happen. This is a happy-ish ending, right? I'm sure there's a lot more to the story. Maybe one day we'll know. And if there's anything that Grizzly Cat and I can get, okay, in this case, police interviews, if there was one. Is there a full police interview? Is it in Florida? What happened, huh? Did she talk? Or did she lawyer up immediately? I don't know.
I'm sure, again, we're going to get a lot of stuff after.
Like, when are we going to get back? And as for the
court case ends.
Shame. They don't say much at this point. They're not really telling us much.
She hasn't been to
One
court
of them
yet.
is like waiver of extradition. Okay, I, Deborah Newton, being fully advised of my rights under the statutes of the state of Florida, of the issuance and service of a warrant of extradition, and being further advised of my constitutional rights to obtain a writ of habeas corpus, and being personally charged with the crimes of fugitive from justice in the state of Florida. I do hereby and without reservation and in view of my legal rights in extradition proceedings as heretofore explained to me before this honorable court, waive any and all such legal rights, and to further, by my signature, hereto affixed, consent to this waiver of extradition, and further consent to be returned to the state of Kentucky, there to stand trial on the charges alleged. Was one charge. In further witness of my voluntary unconditional consent, I do further state that my signature below affixed was so signed in the presence of this honorable court, without any threats, promises, duress, or agreements whatsoever, and with full knowledge of my rights as stated above. And there she signed it. Scribble, scribble. In a stress state, right?
Scribble, scribble.
Listen, we do not look. Ask AI assistant on Adobe. It asks, would you like me to summarize this for you? I'm like, it's pretty summarized. I think we're good, right? It's
I think we know what it's saying.
Pernille says, I agree with you, Chatter. She knew. A lot of you are saying that you think that she knew when when the police were there. She's like, what? I have no idea what I did. Oh, but you know, right?
I didn't do anything wrong ever in my life. Money, please.
Case number, waiver of right to a lawyer. So that is the other one. Those are the only documents so far. Okay. Hopefully there will be more things to look at, more answers as we go ahead. And of course, if any family or friends or anyone wants to talk to us or fill me in on some info, firstly, you can email grizzlytruecrime@gmail.com. I keep all my sources anonymous, so if you just want to email anonymously, you can, meaning I won't share your name out there, right? If you want to do
she won't dox you.
Like that, that's possible. Doesn't have to be on camera. Could do a call or something. You can just email me and we'll make a plan, right? If there's any context to share, information, something like that, we shall see. So if you see anything else about this case as well, do keep me posted. I'd love to continue to follow what's going on here. And, I do think that there should be consequences if you're running off with a child and the other parent is like parental alienation a little bit, hey? a lot, actually. Just running
Yeah.
off with a 3-year-old, and the father just never gets to see her again, and he's
Like,
looking
he
for
missed out on
42
her
years. That's
whole
pretty brutal.
life.
Depending on the
That's a little
situation,
messed
which we
up.
don't know much about.
Right.
So, thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you... This time I could say I hope that you enjoyed following this case with me, because it is a happy-ish ending, right? It's not so heavy, so yes. Danielle said, gee, your hair is getting long and lovely. Oh, thank you so much. And I appreciate you all being here. Please leave some comments below as well so that I can respond to those too and read your thoughts, as I can't see all the comments during the live chat. So I can't wait to read what you think. Do you think, here's my question, do you think that she knew when they were arresting her what this could be about? Do you think she had a hunch? What other questions do we have? That's about it for now. Anything else that you want to share in the comments. See you soon, everyone. Have a great evening or afternoon or whatever time it is for you. Bye.
So we're going to... Okay, can't. Can we subscribe? Alright, so I'm subscribing. Just in case she does get any new updates. The entire village knew about it in 5 minutes for sure. The uh-oh Sharon neighbor is the tipster. Oh, that would be hilarious if we find that out. Window with binoculars calling the entire neighborhood when she got ordered to go home, for sure. After the okay, I'm gonna sound really old, but you guys know Edward Scissorhands? The scene where, like, all the neighbor ladies go out for a quote-unquote walk, and it's just them gossiping to each other. That's kind of what it reminded me of. Alright guys, if you like this video, Grizzly True Crime, you can go and follow this channel. It was my first time seeing any of her stuff, and I really like it, so I'll probably keep looking at more stuff that comes out from this channel. If you enjoy me yapping, follow, like, comment, and maybe catch me on one of my lives on Twitch. Alright, bye!